Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your man Jay, and we are live right here in our studios from Inside Out. Thank you guys so much for joining me real quick. I wasn't supposed to go live on Tuesdays. I planned on going live on Sundays for now, but as of right now, you guys have to understand that I have to get this information out because I think it's crucial. So anyways, I'm glad you guys are joining me. If you have not subscribed to this channel, for whatever the case may be, please do so now and make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you guys will get updates with me whenever I go live or whenever I upload a video. That way you guys won't miss it. All right, because I need to get this information out. And again, this may not pertain to you guys where you're at currently, who's ever watched me right now. But this is talking about the prisons here in Washington State where I currently live right now. So I'm just going to get this out there and update you because this was updated today of all things. And we have two major things going on right now. First, obviously, you guys know we have the major COVID-19 outbreak going clear across the United States, not just here in Washington, but it's everywhere, folks. Okay, so I'm going to give out the numbers right now off of the DOC's webpage. Now, again, I don't have to do this. You guys can just go on the internet and look it up yourself, but I feel that it's necessary to do it just in case you guys have no other ways of finding this information for the ones that have issues with that or don't know how to be on the internet and whatnot. So again, I'm doing this just because I feel compelled to do so. All right. So just bear with me. All right. Now we have a lot of prisons here in Washington State, and each number that I'm going to read off to you guys is different active cases, if you will, in each different prison here in Washington State. All right. So I'm going to read these off one by one. And if you guys live in Washington State or have a locked up loved one right now that is living in Washington State, is currently housed in one of these prisons that I'm going to name off, please put, your comment and whatnot in the chat box there. That way, I will know who's what and where, and maybe you can tell me what prison and whatnot that your locked loved one is at, and then we can go from there, and I can give out more detailed information if it comes down to that. All right. So anyways, Airway Heights. All right. That's in the east side of the Washington State. They have right now confirmed cases, 671 cases in Airway Heights. All right. And that's that prison there in the east side of the state. We got Cedar Creek Correction Center. Now that one has 0. Now, again, keep in mind, this is their DOC webpage. They update it frequently. But again, when it comes to truthful information, it's one of those things where I just don't know exactly how truthful this is or how accurate this is. So don't take this advice I'm reading off to you guys here personally. All right. I suggest you guys that are watching this, again, like I do your own research to double check these numbers, because these numbers change every single day, obviously, due to the COVID-19 issue and pandemic that's going on. All right. So again, Cedar Creek Correction Center. So if you have a locked up one there, the good news is there's 0 activity when it comes to the COVID and 0 deaths. And there's and by the way, there's no deaths in Airway Heights. All right. So that's good news there, even though there's 671 confirmed cases right now going on in that prison. All right. Now here's another prison. It's called Kalaam Bay Correction Center. They have 0 cases and 0 deaths. Now, again, that's hard to believe because obviously we know that the COVID-19 pandemic is spreading rapidly. And according to this, there is no activity going on there with that COVID-19. All right. Coyote Ridge. Now, if you have a locked up low one here, pay attention. Coyote Ridge has 338. Again, keep in mind that's 338 individuals with active cases right now. And there's been 2 deaths in that prison. All right. So keep that in mind as we go along here, guys. Hope you guys are paying attention to me. Larch Correction Center had 0 confirmed cases and 0 deaths. Good news there. Mission Creek Correction Center for Women. And this is the women's correctional complex. All right. They have 0 cases. Again, this for some reason doesn't change, as this changes all the time, but it's weird. There's no cases there either. and there's no deaths. So keep that in mind as we go along here. All right. So Monroe Correctional Complex. Now, this is where some of the activity has been upticked since last update I gave you guys. Monroe Correctional Complex has 69 confirmed active cases of COVID and 0 deaths. All right. So that's good news there when it comes to deaths, but 69, that's, not a lot if you want to break it down to prison aspect, but it's still up there. All right. So, and next one is Olympic Correctional Center. Again, these are all Washington State prisons. All right. That's what I'm currently working on right now. Now, if you want me to touch base again, like I said before, your prison in your state, let me know in the chat box and we can go from there. All right. Again, Olympic Correctional Center has 0 confirmed cases and 0 deaths. All right. Now, Stafford Creek, there's 2 major things going on here. Let me touch on the numbers real quick, and then I'll let you know what's going on with Stafford. I just got updated on this from another activist. Stafford Creek Correctional Center, all right, has 237 confirmed cases as of this update or information that I gathered today for Tuesday. All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, this was current as of Tuesday, December 8th, 2020. So this is accurate, updated information from DOC's webpage. All right. Again, Stafford Creek has 237 active cases and 0 deaths. But to add one more thing to this, there's currently right now a riot of some sort, and I'm gonna get more updates as I go along here from other activists that are keeping tabs on this information. So I don't have a lot of information on this, but Stafford Creek is currently rioting right now, believe it or not, and we need to let you all know what's going to happen with that. I'm pretty sure the whole entire prison itself is going to be under lockdown if it's not already. Not to mention quarantine due to COVID-19. So again, that is 2 major things right now in Stafford Creek. So again, if you have a loved one that is currently housed in Stafford Creek Correctional Center somewhere, make sure that you call down there or confirm that everything's okay, because we got 2 major things. One obviously is the pandemic, and now we got a riot. And again, I don't know much information on this. As soon as I get it, though, I'll go live on YouTube and my other platforms and let you all know once I get it. As far as I'm concerned, I bet you anything this riot that has occurred down there is probably due to the COVID and other issues. Again, I'm not going to speculate, but right now, that's what we have. There's a major riot going on right now down there at Stafford Creek. So hope your loved one is okay. All right. Washington Correctional Center, that's the other prison here in Washington State. It's got 339 active cases at this time and 0 deaths. So the deaths are, pretty good considering the fact that I read off one up here at Coyote Ridge. There's been 2 deaths in that prison. So if you have a locked up loved one in Coyote Ridge, double check and see if your loved one is okay. I highly recommend that. Again, Washington Correctional Center for Women, another one. There's been 8 confirmed cases at that prison for the women and 0 deaths. Washington State Penitentiary, that's got 329 active cases and actually 1 death. All right. So there's there's that info as of right now. And those are the major prisons. And of course, there's others that are dealing with, the same kind of information. So bear with me here, guys. All right. So now I already read off Airway Heights. And again, the reason why I'm saying I'm repeating myself, and I hate to do that, this is information I'm giving to you guys right now. So the number of confirmed cases, for some reason, I don't know why they gave me a double sheet. It's all good. So I don't know if I'm going to read any of that because I just read off the major ones. But as you guys probably know, all right, like I said before, 2 things that are going on right now, guys. All right. The Stafford Creek Correctional Center down there in the Olympia area. It's by Olympia or out there in that area. I can't give the if you guys are here in Washington, you know where Stafford's at. So I'm not going to get to the details on the location and all that fun jazz. But I want you guys to understand that Stafford Creek right now, again, has 237 confirmed active COVID-19 cases. And as you know, DOC is doing what they can to, take care of the situation according to them. All right. So that's what I have. And on top of that, not to mention just the COVID-19, they do have a major riot going on there right now. So again, like I said, to be safe and make sure your locked up loved one is doing good, I highly suggest, if you can anyways, get down there and confirm if your locked up loved one is in Stafford and make sure that person's okay. I highly recommend trying to check that out. Now, of course, a riot, that causes hiccups when it comes to contacting people. Understand, when there's a riot, they put the whole entire prison down on lockdown, and communication with your locked up loved one on the prison phones, JPay tablets, or just JPay as a whole, and other communication is limited. All right. Most likely even snail mail. All right. So keep that in mind as you go along. So don't panic. I don't want you guys to think that, communication is ever going to happen. It will, but it will be under DOC staff when they finally get to the phones or able to write letters. They got to take care of this, this riot first. The riot's very important, and safety is a major thing for DOC, as you guys know. All right. So once I get more information on the riot, I will pass it down to you guys like I always do, and make sure you guys are updated right here in our studios from Inside Out. Now, keep in mind, guys, these numbers that I just read off to you are, today's data. Tomorrow's data could be different. All right. There's been an uptick in a lot of the prisons here in Washington State that this information don't give you or share with you. And I don't know why they aren't 100% accurate. Maybe they're just scared to give out the information, but me, I like truth and I like facts. So it is what it is on that. But like I said, if I get new information on both causes, both issues here in our studios from Inside Out, your host Jay right here will update you periodically when necessary. All right. So I have my other platforms too that I belong to, and I want you guys to try to do your best to follow me and also subscribe to my channel here so I can grow it and be more productive on all my platforms, including right here on YouTube. Now, again, if you don't belong to my channel, all I'm asking you guys to do is just subscribe, hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell where it's active, where you get notification when I go live or upload, updated video right here from our studios from Inside Out. Now, again, if you guys don't know who I am, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself real quick for all you new subscribers that don't know what I do. I go by the name of Jay. I'm your host From Inside Out. This is a prison podcast or a prison talk show. And what I talk about, guys, is prison related issues, DOC, the corruption, everything that you can think of. I talk about it right here on this page or this channel. And I have other areas I'll do this too as well. If you want all the links of all the platforms that I belong to, please, all you got to do is just hit the chat box, let me know who you are and whatnot, and I'll send you either an email or I can send it to you in a different form or fashion. I belong on Facebook. I belong on Anchor.fm, Twitter, Instagram, all the, top places where people like to get out information. All right. So if you want all my platforms, I'll email you, or you can email me, whatever works, whatever is easier for you guys, and we can go from there. Now, my email to contact me when it comes to this, these issues and whatnot, and COVID-19, riots, anything prison related, you can talk to me or email me right now at russelllee303@aol.com. All right. And believe it or not, I have a call coming in. Who's this? Hello? Oh, it's my brother. Perfect timing.
If you wish to block any future calls of this nature, dial 7 now.
Bear with me.
To accept this call, press 5 now. To decline this call, hang up. Thank you.
Hey, sister, you're live right now on YouTube. I'm glad you actually called because I'm doing a live stream updating everybody on COVID-19 and the issues that are going on right now, and the riot actually it's going on right now in Stafford Creek area. So can you give me some updates that you are here live with me on YouTube? describing the COVID-19 outbreak and what's going on with you. And are you safe in there? And welcome to the show, Jaylee.
Well, yeah, thanks for having me. I really do appreciate it. So there is quite a lot going on here at Monroe Corrections Complex in the city of Monroe, Washington. I'm a personal witness to the fact that C and D units at the old reformatory are now on active quarantine and have been for the past couple of days.
Okay.
And also, dealing with a quarantine by itself is one obstacle, one hurdle, and it can be inhumane depending on how they roll it out.
Right.
We've been through quarantines before, and this one seems to be going to be an extensive one due to a couple of inmates that came back positive for the virus.
Wow. And what are you guys doing when it comes to, if you don't mind me asking, what are you guys doing right now when it comes to the COVID-19 pandemic and the issues that the uptick is going on right now? What are you guys doing for safety concerns? Are you guys getting to wear masks in there and anything else that you need to update me on?
Yeah, so we do have protocols. We do wear PPE, which is a mask. We are trying to socially distance as best as possible. However, an overcrowding prison and a really worn down prison that was built over 100 years ago, we're having issues, not just maintenance issues, but other health concerns as well. And of course, when we have overcrowding, it's hard to socially distance. So
Yes.
health is a major concern here.
Yes.
And overall, with all the burdens that we deal with here, we do it day by day. It's a daily challenge. Some days are worse than others, but it's going to take the help and support of outside family friends and loved ones to keep our morale up, because DOC doesn't provide any mental health to us.
Absolutely. No, I agree with what you're saying there. And real quick, I don't know if I asked you this earlier. If I did, I apologize for repeating myself. Do you guys have hand sanitizer and other cleaning supplies in there to combat this virus?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. So at the start of the pandemic, they did roll out handheld hand sanitizer that they handed to us. Used to get it once a month. We were supposed to get it every 2 weeks. What they've done now is they rolled that back, and now what we have is a bag of alcoholic-based hand sanitizer that we have on the wall in different places in the unit, where we can't have it clean ourselves, but if we need to use it, it'll be on the wall for us to use. However, it just go by pretty quick, and they're not too quick to replace it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, and so are you guys all staying safe in there? I know, and like I said, I understand you guys are under quarantine. But is anybody, has anybody died in there with this?
There are stories of inmates actually passing away due to exposure, or being exposed. DOC is trying to keep that hush-hush. We're not getting accurate numbers. The numbers we get on DOC's website is probably minuscule compared to the reality of the situation.
Okay.
And now that we're on quarantine again, we are kind of on a blackout and don't have a lot of communication with the outside world.
Oh, that sucks. All right. And of course, everything's hush, hush, secret, secret. And that's one thing I can't stand about that. Now, again, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that could be a safety thing on their part, or that's what they would say. It would be a safety thing or safety concern. I've heard all excuses coming from, Department of Corrections or DOC as a whole. And you guys have to understand, if we can just get a nice amount of transparency and a nice amount of truth coming from these big wigs and whatnot, our jobs will be a lot easier as a whole. And that goes for all activists, countrywide right now, trying to get the truth. And that's all we ask for is the truth. And I get so sick and tired of the, this secrets, if you will, that are going on in these prisons right now. And it's mind-boggling.
It sure is. But put yourself in DOC's shoes. They have stakeholders, they have great liability that they're trying to protect. And of course, they'll never admit to their own employees bringing it in and transmitting it to inmates, because you could potentially have other lawsuits and losing of hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars. So they're not really going to tell the public the truth. Right.
No, absolutely. And I get it. And that's fair enough. I mean, not just Washington State, but it's all 50 states doing something similar to what we're dealing with here in this state. So it's nothing new. So in any event, so to the viewers, is there anything else that you wanted to bring up or say while I have you on here? Because then I need you to call me back after this live stream's done.
Okay, yeah, sure. Ultimately, the public definitely needs to be aware of the fact that DOC is called by those that have dealt with it over the years. They call it Department of Corruption.
Absolutely.
That's a correct. It's a correct term because nobody likes to belittle people on purpose if there's no evidence to support a false allegation like that. However, statistics and history with DOC have shown that they've been overwhelmingly corrupt with how they do their business and how they farm people. So take whatever they say with high skepticism and do your research and check out their stories because 9 times out of 10, it won't be exact.
Absolutely. And I have actually the DOC's information right here in front of me. If I can read it off to you, I'm just going to give you a few hints because I don't know if you're getting this information in there from them or not, or they're communicating with you or whatnot. But as of right now, Airway Heights has 671 confirmed COVID-19 cases. Again, that's 671 and 0 deaths, ladies and gentlemen. Cedar Creek Correctional Center has 0 confirmed cases, but what's the accuracy of that? Who knows? And there's 0 deaths. So I'll clear across the board on that prison, it's 0-0. Kalam Bay Correctional Center is 0-0, meaning no confirmed cases and no deaths. And then real quick, this update came again on December 8th, 2020. So this is Tuesday. So it was updated today. This is all supposedly active information. Coyote Ridge Correctional Center, ladies and gentlemen, is 338 confirmed cases and 2 deaths. And I said that earlier at the live stream. So again, I'm repeating myself, but if you just tuned in, I'm going to repeat it so you can have it now. Larch Correctional Center is 0 and 0. Mission Creek Correctional Center for Women is 0-0, which is odd to me. Monroe Correctional Complex is 69 and 0 deaths. Olympic Correctional Center is 0-0. Stafford Creek is 237 confirmed cases on top of the major riot that's currently going on right now. And again, I will update you on this riot once I get more information from my other activists and all of that. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. Washington Correction Center is 339 confirmed cases and 0 deaths. The Washington Correctional Center for Women has 8 and 0 deaths. And Washington State Penitentiary has 329 confirmed COVID-19 cases and 1 death. And of course, there's more information. I'll share that once I'm done here. So there's all, information on the prisons, or at least most of them anyways. What's your take on that, Jay Lee?
Well, yeah, it's a very sad day for the people of the state of Washington and obviously in the United States as a whole because we expect our leaders to protect us and make sure that they are there to supervise situations like this so it doesn't get out of control. And obviously, COVID-19 doesn't discriminate and doesn't care what costume you wear or what title you hold.
Nope, absolutely. It's a silent killer. It's an invisible killer, if you will, and you'll never know if you got it until it's too late.
Yeah, correct. And so, unfortunately, a sad day for the people of the state of Washington who depend on corrections officials to keep their loved ones who happen to be on the inside safe from harm, and they don't seem to be doing a very good job of it. And so, with that said, we're not surprised in here at all. It's nothing new to us. We've been dealing with this for many months and for some of us many years.
Right.
But now we see the public is becoming aware of the shit show at Monroe. Right. And we're doing articles trying to get things out. We're trying to publish the real deal. So stay tuned for sure. Right.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm sure you'll keep all of us out here, being that you're on the inside, update as much as possible. And of course, my job is to do the same out here on the outs with more, opportunities to update you with more skills and whatnot that I have. And of course, with help from other activists besides just me, we'll update you once this information comes into play. I'm going to go ahead and back out of here. I just wanted to get on here real quick, guys, and give you guys a live stream or a live update, if you will, right here in our studios from Inside Out about the COVID-19 pandemic and the riot that's going on in Stafford Creek as I'm speaking to you right now. Again, I'll get you guys updated information once I receive it right here in our studios about the riot here in Stafford Creek. With that said, I'm going to back out of here. If you have questions, comments, concern, or anything of that nature, please get a hold of me right now. RussellLee303 at AOL.com. Again, my email is RussellLee303 at AOL.com. Thank you guys very much. Have a great night. Peace.